Hello everyone, my name is Nuvela and welcome to another video. This week's video is a Bedrock Gold and XP farm. It's based off of JC Play's amazing design using a Trident killer and includes a sorting system for all of your gold. The material list is in the description below, so without further ado, let's head into Minecraft Bedrock and start building this gold and XP farm. Let's go! You want to find yourself an area of about 30 blocks wide and about 15 blocks long. And we're going to start off building a nether portal of 20 blocks wide and 20 blocks tall. So you should get a big square like this. We're now going to check on which side the zombified piglins are actually spawning. For this you want to light up the portal once and check on which side the piglins are spawning. For us it looks to be on the front side, so on this side we're going to create the water stream which will transport the zombified piglins to the killing chamber. For this transport system, dig out 2 rows of 2 blocks deep in front of the nether portal. After that, you want to check on which side you have enough space to make the killing chamber. For us it's on that side, so count 7 blocks from this side towards the other side and then dig down 1 block. Count another 7 blocks and then dig down another layer. Do this all the way to the end of the portal, and now when you place down 2 water buckets at the start of the portal, the water should run all the way to the other side. Dig out a few more blocks into the wall until the water stream stops. Then create a square of 2 blocks wide and 2 blocks deep. Create a way to get out of this hole, and from here dig down at least 3 blocks. At the bottom, create some extra space for yourself, because this is the killing chamber and this is where we are going to create the Trident killer. Grab some pistons and place these in this order in the killing chamber, along the side. On the side of these pistons, place a Redstone Torch. On the other side of the piston, place an observer facing towards the Redstone Torch. Do this for all sides. Now you want to look up and check on which side your portal is. On that side, create some space for yourself and create a room which will be the control room. You can fill in the walls above the Trident killer to make sure that no baby zombified piglin escape the Trident killer. Once you've created some room for yourself, we're going to close off the killing chamber using a glass block and a regular block. On this regular block you can place a lever which will activate the pistons for a single time. Then when you flip the lever again, it will keep going. However, right now there's no Trident in here, so you want to grab your Trident and fire it upon the piston in front of you. Now when you activate the farm, you can actually hear the Trident being pushed around, and this will hurt the piglins that fall into this chamber and kill them, dropping the XP for you to pick up through the glass block. For now you can turn this off, and you want to make your way to the other side of the nether portal and place a dispenser facing into the nether portal. place an observer behind it facing the back, and then place another observer facing into this observer. This creates a redstone pulse which is constantly triggered, triggering the dispenser. Place a sticky piston next to the back observer, and then you can place 2 redstone dust with a redstone torch right here. This should push the observer and stop the redstone clock. You can now add a bucket of water to the dispenser. And then, next to the redstone torch, dig a way into the ground and place another redstone torch 1 block below the other one. This should re-trigger the system, and you can see the water bucket being dispensed and taken up very rapidly after each other. Now grab some redstone dust, place this on the ground next to the redstone torch 1 block lower, and dig your way all the way to the other side of the portal into the control room. Place a lever on the wall right here, and then on top of that block place redstone dust as well, and create a line all the way to the other side to the redstone torch. Halfway, place a redstone repeater to make sure that the redstone signal travels all the way to the other side. Test this out, and then you can fill in all of the walls because you will never have to see this again. Make sure that you don't disconnect the redstone line. If you haven't already, create a way into the control room from the outside. And we're now going to create the collection system. For this, make a stairway 3 blocks down to your left side and create a hallway going 5 blocks towards the front of the farm. So you should end up next to the killing chamber. Now you want to do some math, because you want to dig out the blocks beneath the killing chamber, 1 block lower than the pistons. So in our case, we should go 3 blocks in front and 5 blocks back towards the killing chamber. So if I dig right here and I go 5 blocks to the front and dig away these blocks, I should end up right beneath the killing chamber. Let me check this out. Yeah, oh, I just picked up the Trident, so I have to add the Trident once again. Don't forget that you have to do that as well if you're doing this the same way I do. But there you go. Beneath the killing room, in one of the corners, we want to place hoppers facing towards the side, so towards the hallway you dug. On top of one of these hoppers, place a rail with a Hopper Minecart on top and enclose it with blocks. This Hopper Minecart will collect all of the drops from the zombified piglins, and the hoppers underneath will collect it and transport it towards your collection system. Now you want to dig out quite a big room of at least 5 blocks deep and 4 blocks high. Create a stairway up back to the control room for easy access downstairs, and you can fill in this wall because, well, you don't need that space. And after that, let's start creating the collection system. The zombified piglins will drop a lot of golden swords, which can clutter your system quite fast. Therefore, we're going to create a furnace which will smelt these swords into gold nuggets. Place a double chest in the ground with 2 hoppers facing into it behind it. On top you can place either a furnace or blast furnaces and place 2 hoppers on top of those. Place a double chest on top of that, and then create a line of hoppers going across the room into this double chest from the hoppers from the killing room. It should be a straight line like this. After that, on these locations you can place 3 double chests in the ground, and behind it place 3 hoppers facing into these double chests. On top of these hoppers, place an extra row of hoppers going into them. You now have 1 block space left. Place a row of blocks behind it and face 3 hoppers into those blocks. We're now going to create the automatic sorting system behind the row of hoppers. Place down 2 rows of blocks right here. And then create some space next to the double chest so that you can place redstone torches 1 block lower right here next to the lowest hoppers. Then delete these 3 blocks and place redstone repeaters facing towards the hoppers. And on top, behind the hoppers facing towards the back, place 3 comparators with the sticks towards the front. Cover up the redstone repeaters and place down redstone dust in this pattern. So you should need 9 redstone dust for this part. And that's your automatic sorting system for now. You can fill in this room using any block you want, because you should never have to go here ever again. Don't forget the redstone torches underneath, because those are a vital part. Now grab yourself some dirt and you should be able to place 4 dirt blocks into these 4 spots of the hopper. Once you place a full stack of the item you want to filter out, in the first spot it should automatically start putting those in the chest below. Do this for rotten flesh, gold nuggets and gold ingots, because those, together with the golden swords, are the type of drops you will get from the zombified piglins. The golden swords will end up in the double chest above the furnaces. The farm is now almost functional, we just need one more thing. At the top right corner, so above your killing chamber, we're going to create an automatic lighting system for the portal. Do this by placing 2 stone blocks, just like so, with a row of 6 observers, just like this. So the first one should face towards the portal and the other 5 should face to the outside. Surround these observers with a row of stone blocks, but leave a gap towards the portal and place oak trapdoors here. Flip these up and place a lava bucket on top of the observers. The lava will update and fire up the portal. Make sure that you leave the top above the lava open. Now, when you enter the control room and you start the Trident killer, you can actually flip the lever for the portal and the water source should break the portal constantly, whilst the lava at the top is constantly lighting the portal. Each time the portal is lit, there is a chance that it will spawn 1 or multiple zombified piglins. These will all spawn at one side of the portal where you have created your water stream, and they should all be transported into the Trident killer. It will give you a lot of rotten flesh and a lot of gold nuggets. It will give you some gold ingots and it will give you a lot of golden swords. Now sometimes other mobs might end up in your killing chamber, which also give drops. Those drops will end up in the chest with the golden swords as well and be transported into your furnaces. As you can see, a chicken got into our killing chamber and it gave us feathers, some raw chicken and some eggs. You want to make sure that you take those out of your furnaces and your hoppers and your chest, add some fuel, and then it should automatically start smelting your swords. This will give you even more gold nuggets. Once you're done with the farm, you can flip the levers again, and that's pretty much it. That's the functional part of your farm. You will now get a ton of gold. If you want to make it look aesthetically pleasing, I highly suggest you stick around, because now we're going to start on the aesthetic part of the farm. We're gonna start off with using some blackstone to create a chimney around the killing spot. Using the same blackstone, we're going to create a ring around the Nether portal. I usually like to start off with 5 blocks, then a diagonal block and another 5 blocks in a 90-degree angle. The entire idea behind this build is that it looks natural and that it fits into the landscape. So don't follow me block by block, but do what feels good to you. I'm only showing you how I did it, and trust me, each time I do it, it looks slightly different. Anyway, work your way up and be sure not to block off the side where the piglins should drop into the water. So leave at least a 2-block gap. Also, don't block the Nether portal, because otherwise it won't light up when you activate the farm. Now you want to do this on both sides of the Nether portal, but you will find out that on the other side, the corner where the redstone is placed needs to be a little bit longer. To prevent this, change out one of the redstone dust and place it right here, so you can make the circular shape. Once you've built up around 3 to 5 levels with blackstone, grab some cobbled deepslate and work your way around the blackstone. Don't block the Nether portal, but you want to make your way towards the obsidian, gradually making the tower smaller. Again, you want to do this on both sides. Whoa! Okay, let me change the weather real quick. Where were we? Right, make your way up, gradually decreasing the radius of the circle, and do this for both sides. Next, grab some tuff, which is gradually lighter than the cobbled deepslate, and make your way up the portal. About 6 or 7 blocks or so. Do this on both sides as well. And then you can grab cobblestone, which is again 1 gradient lighter than the tuff. Surround the portal all the way up to the level of the lighting system. Do this on both sides. Then grab natural stone and 1 level below the lighting system, create a row all the way to the other side, connecting both sides of the arch. You can then fill in the wall up to the obsidian from the top of the Nether portal. Now grab some coarse dirt and place this on the side of the stone in various patterns. You want to make sure that you surround the entire portal using this coarse dirt. You can now fill in the entire platform using coarse dirt. You can also use regular dirt, because we will be placing grass blocks on top of these. Make sure that you leave the 5 blocks above the lava open. As mentioned, we're going to place grass blocks on top. This is the top of your platform. Again, leave the lava open. If you cover it up, it won't light up the portal. Grab some leaves and hang these from the side of the grass platform. Do this all the way around. Final step for on top is to place down some bone meal, create some grass and some flowers on top to give it a overgrown look. It's now time to bring in some more detail, because right now it's a bit too sturdy looking if you ask me. Delete some of the natural stone and replace these by cobblestone stairs, regular stone stairs and some slabs here and there. Make this look as random as possible. You could imagine that this looks a little bit like some dripstone, but then using natural stone. Of course, feel free to use whatever you like. So if you like dripstone, use dripstone. You want to do this on both sides of the portal. Now, to indicate that this is a gold farm, I always like to include one gold block right here at the top of the farm, so that I can see from far and away where my gold farm is. It's now time for detailing. We're gonna make our way from the top back down. So now use some mossy cobblestone, some regular stone, some tuff and some cobblestone. Mix it up a little bit so that it gives a lot more detail of your nether portal. You can even mix in some of the deepslate blocks as well. Another detail to make it look like a gold farm is to include some gilded blackstone. But if you can get a hold of some, definitely add these to the build. At the base, also mix up the blackstone with deepslate and tuff to give it a lot more detail. Also feel free to make the circles a little bit smaller, because now if you look at it, it's a little bit out of proportion. So make it look smaller and use different styles of blocks. And place some leaves around to make it look more overgrown as well. At the entrance of the farm, place a trapdoor and make sure that you know where it is. You can also create a stairway down if you have the room for it. Use some more gilded blackstone for some extra detail. Finally, to create the chimney, place down 4 hay bales inside of the chimney and place 4 campfires on top. The smoke should now rise much higher than with a regular campfire due to the hay bales, and it gives you the effect of cooking your zombified piglins into gold ingots. Final details are to create some paths, pathways and coarse dirt, together with maybe some tuff, some cobblestone and some cobbled deepslate in front. And that's it, your farm is now done. Make sure that no blocks are in the way of your nether portal and that you don't, for example like me, delete one of the obsidian blocks because you're in creative, to make sure that the farm works. And now you can get all of the gold you will ever need. Enjoy your new farm and make sure to check now and again if your furnaces are still working or if there are some other drops cluttering the system. Final note. This farm does not work on Java Edition, because the zombified piglins will spawn much less than in Bedrock Edition. For the Java Edition I have a different design, which will come out next week. So that's it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you did, ask me any questions you have in the comments below. I answer every single one of them. And subscribe if you want to see more. Have a great day and see you in the next one. Cheers everyone!